Hello everyone, this is King Vector 11 and welcome back to another officially detailed weekly update video for GTA Online by me, showcasing to you all the details you need to wants to know that is new that will last from July 30th into August 5th, 2026. Of course, in the hopes that the most of you did show up for my preview weekly update video that I've done yesterday morning. But anyways, I've got some info for you for this video at the start, so let me just get right over it right now. First of all, I want Rockstar to undo or revert these OG Heist payout nerfs that they're doing, even if they're doing weekly double money on first time completion for the week of select heists and stuff. You could still make more money doing these heists if you wanted to, if you had people to do heists with anyways, but still, there's no point making it like worth $100,000 or whatever, those prices. Still, just bring it back the way it was, and if you really want to give people the incentive to do double money on some of these heists, well, make it double money. Don't just, oh well, we're gonna lower the base reward of it and then give you double. That's like that contradicts itself. What's the point, Rockstar? Revert it. Anyways, before I continue ranting on about that useless thing Rockstar has done, making it the worst DLC of all time in GTA Online, because obviously Rockstar has to stoop to a new level of how to ruin GTA Online more than how bad they've made it anyways, in the hopes that they make us migrate into GTA 6 thinking it'll be better there, but mind you, it's still under the same Rockstar management team. Server members who link their Rockstar Games account to Discord can still claim a $500,000 reward, of course limited to one reward per account. Here are some of the steps you can take to be able to claim a one-time reward of $500,000. Mind you, you have to be in Rockstar Games' official Discord server to be able to claim this reward. Whoever claimed their microtransaction claim or offer by July 22nd still has this final week to claim bonus money on qualifying shark cards until August 5th. I'd also like to remind you that Rockstar still did not fix the Diamond Casino Man Trap bug. Last week I made a mention that Rockstar will feature the Panther statue in the Cayo Perico Heist in the coming event weeks. Well, that is actually coming sooner than expected. We could be expected to steal the Panther statue starting next week as the first guaranteed primary loot when you scope out Cayo Perico Island. Keep in mind, this is the only loot that has not been nerfed of all the heists that Rockstar has nerfed, so you can still make over $2 million by yourself on hard mode. The Fine Art Collector program continues through its final week where you can claim the following items, featuring a $1 million discount in the art studio, a free vault keypad upgrade, access to special primary target paintings, well, if there's even any left anymore, free court center sculpture to decorate your mansion grounds, and a free Annihilator stealth helicopter. Rockstar Games has also restricted Australian players from gambling in the casino in GTA Online, and of course this doesn't have to do with age verification laws in Australia like Digital Car Addict has accidentally made a mention of. What this has to do is with Australian governments cracking down on gambling laws instead, nationwide in Australia. And of course Rockstar has to do that to continue offering their products in Australia, otherwise they could face legal settlements, which would likely force them to increase the base costs of GTA 6 pre-orders, maybe some microtransactions, maybe even GTA Plus, just to be able to remain in the surplus or in the profit margin before their next quarterly fiscal earnings arrives. And of course Rockstar doesn't really want to do that. Maybe they might in a couple years, but not so soon, to avoid, suspicion on them being extremely money hungry, greedy. They want to show respect for the player base at the very base minimum, so they had to do that for Australian players. I'm really sorry to say, but it's either that or expect to pay $50 a month for GTA Plus. Or better yet, no GTA at all in Australia. No one wants that. In terms of new vehicles, we still do not have any new vehicles released as of this week. So last week had the Vanilla GT for everyone and the Ignis Pursuit for everyone as well. This is how to unlock the trade price for the new Ignis, by the way. So we're still expecting these two vehicles as drip-free vehicles whenever these are going to release, and we're also expected to see these three vehicles receive drift tuning upgrades, possibly maybe in September. We're considering how Rockstar is already releasing the Panther statue loot by next week. We may even see it by late August, maybe even mid-August, a drift tune themed event week, so we'll see. So these new vehicles marks the, of course, was released as of the weekly update of July 23rd. Now for this week's rewards, for the login rewards, you can expect to receive some tropical bangles, tropical gold necklace, and the Pacific Standard sweater as well. If you complete the Fleece Heist finale this week, you can receive the Fleece Circuit livery for the Ubermod Cypher within 72 hours of completion. For other rewards, you can expect double money when you complete the finales of the Fleece Heist and the Pacific Standard Heist as your first time weekly completion bonus for this week. So these are both the OG heists from your apartment's properties, and of course they typically did have a hard mode boost payout. Well, their weekly payouts have been boosted, of course, so factoring in their new weekly payouts, especially if it's a first time completion for the week, especially on hard mode, you can expect to make a total of 750k for the Fleece Heist, and for the Pacific Standard job you can expect to make a total payout of $5.6 million. Of course, this is factoring in if you complete these on hard mode. For other rewards, you have double money NRP on all Super Yacht Life missions, the Motor Wars KO Perico adversary modes, daily shipwreck locations, and you can also expect some bonus money for community series missions or series jobs between Legacy and Enhanced. Or sadly, it's only double money NRP for Legacy players on the following stunt races, death matches, Last Team Standing, and King of the Hill modes, all on double money NRP. But for enhanced players, you only have this one mission creator content on the triple money NRP. The other ones are standard payouts. And that is it for this week's rewards, and let's go into this week's discounts, where I would like to definitely showcase to you the fact that we have 60% off all Polito businesses. And while I'm showing you this video on all of these businesses that are 60% off, I would like to make a reference. There was a couple days ago someone made a post on Reddit showcasing that they basically owned quote unquote all of the businesses in Polito Bay, obviously some of which may not be true since there's no nightclub, there's no weed factory, but I still find it interesting that Rockstar for the next few months is spending their time on Reddit rather than finalizing GTA 6 before it releases, to finalize on whatever it needs to be fixed on prior to the big day that it's going to release. Still though, for other discounts for this week, of course, before I continue through that, I'd like to go over this week's gun inventory and discounts, where we have the Tactical SMG, the Railgun that's 30% off for GTA Plus members, the Service Carbine that's 40% off for everyone, the Combat Grenade Launcher, Combat Pistol, Machete, Grenade, Sticky Bombs, and Pipe Bombs. We also have 40% off all Benny conversions for all Benny's applicable vehicles. We also have 40% off all high-end apartments. Mind you, a couple weeks ago we used to have free high-end garages. Now you can only get 40% off high-end apartments for whoever wants to finish off their list of owning any garages if that they want. We also have 60% off this Galaxy Super Yacht, including all of the renovations and modifications. A discount on the Invertero Coquette D1, the Classic Broadway, the Truffade Z-Type, the Truffade Adder, the Annihilator Stealth, which is only free for those who took part in the Fine Art Collector program as an elitist, so this will last only until the end of this week, so this is your last chance to be able to claim so. The Prison Bus, the Vapid Uranus Lost Speed, the Impanti Ruiner ZZ8, the Dinka Ballistic Conjo, the Dinka Shuffles V6, the Karen Kuruma, and the Karen Kuruma Armored. For vehicle showcases, we're on the podium vehicle, we have the Ubermod Cypher, which is interesting since this is the vehicle that, well, has the unique livery for completing the Fleece Heist this week if you have a friend to do it with. If not, I am sorry, you may be missing out. But still, the prize right this week is a Karen Boar, which you have to place top 5 for 4 days in a row. Who would be willing to do it for this boring car? Anyways, the test track vehicles features the Vapid Uranus Lost Speed for this prize, the Impanti Ruiner ZZ8, and of course the Truffade Adder, none of which are removed website vehicles. The HSW vehicle is the Overflight Entity MT, which is priced around 3.5 mil for new gen players. Whoever wants this, I wish you, well, have fun buying it. For luxury autos vehicles, we have the new Marula and the new E-Stride available for this week. For Siemens vehicles, we have the Truffade Z-Type, which used to be a removed website vehicle, reinstated with the Sabotaged DLC. For other vehicles in Siemens dealership, we have the Classic Broadway, the Dinka Shuffles V6, the Inverter Kaket D1, and of course the Dinka Blista Kanjo. What the heck wants a vehicle that looks like that? Anyways, moving on for the weekly challenges, or the weekly FIB priority file is going to be the fine art file. The weekly challenge this week is to win 2 adversary modes. This is something I feel like Rockstar just throws there when they run out of ideas on what to do for the weekly challenge. So they're like, 2 adversary modes. Just, they've done that so many times before. Anyways, if you do this one though, you will be rewarded 100k and a Manor tie-dye tee. This week inside the Court Center, you could be able to steal a cast of characters, Mile Melee, and to beat about the bush paintings. For salvage robbery target vehicles, this week has a repeat claimable vehicle. This is why I told myself Rockstar should just make it an option to where we can choose which vehicle we can claim and keep, and then which one we get to salvage for parts and which ones we get to sell overseas. Because this is what, the 23rd vehicle that Rockstar has ever made claimable to us, and this is the 3rd time they made it repeatable with a Pounders LS plate. This, either way, for vehicles in the salvage yard, we have the Gangbanger robbery with a claimable Fister Kamadesu Kara with the LS Pounders plate. There's also the Inventor Kaket D10 with the McTony robbery, and the Vapid Dominator GTT through the Podium robbery. Rockstar, please do that by the next DLC, because you're just running GTA Online at this point. With how few vehicles we were able to steal in its history of existence, this DLC should have been released back in 2013, if anything, if we really wanted to make this worthy. Oh, congratulations, I don't care. Anyway, still though, this is finally the 10th week since the last claimable vehicle. Amen to this being refreshed. The premium race this week is Crossing Paths. Town Shore for everyone is in the Great Ocean Highway, and for the new gen players, your time trial is in Textile City. Now that is almost everything that is showcased to you in this video, but first I'd like to go over 2 maybe important things that may interest you. First of all, here's the official latest patch notes written by Rockstar Games, including the fact that there's 1 new vehicle that's been added just last week. And of course, Rockstar Games titles on Apple iOS before version 17 will no longer receive game updates. Now that's all I really have for you guys in this video, so I hope you guys did find this highly informative. If you did enjoy it, stay tuned for content like this every Friday morning. Though the support is never forced, but was appreciated, especially if you do support hard work, especially through my content on YouTube. You'll like and subscribe, or you can go the extra mile, share this with your friends, or leave a comment on which to decide about the information you've received. Thank you for watching, and have yourselves a great week, and hopefully I may actually be able to do the Court Center heists. Unlike the past 2 weeks. I hope it's not bugged anymore. Let's try. Take care, everyone.